All right, let's move on. Next up, we got Big Bob Iger is back. Uncle Bob. Woo, wee. Oh my goodness. So I told y'all Bob Iger was out here saving Disney, right? Saving Marvel. He was the one that saved Black Panther. He was the one that made sure that Captain Marvel and women were still gonna, diversity was still gonna be a thing in the MCU. Thank you, Bob Iger, for giving Kevin Feige the keys to the kingdom, because Ike Perlmutter was driving Kevin Feige crazy. He was holding this man back, and if it was not for Iger, if it was not for him, we would have never gotten phase 2, 3, and all of that. We never would have got it. So Iger has been making money moves. Then we felt the presence. We felt when Iger left and Chapek was in, we felt what it was like not to have, Uncle Iger in the business, and it was bad. It was so bad. So when Iger came back, you already know, I was like, yo, yes, he coming back. We say it's saved. Everything is fine. It's good. But sometimes they say, never meet your heroes. And even though I haven't met Bob Iger, I've respected a lot of the business moves that he's made. But I feel like it's not just never meet your heroes, but sometimes when you let somebody talk too long, you start to learn too much. And I felt like today was a day when Bob Iger talked too much and he said too much that it ain't working right now. In regards to the actor strike, he had some disturbing things to say. Bob Iger says that the writers and actors are not being realistic with the strikes. It's very disturbing to him. Oh, snaps. On the ongoing Writers Guild of America strike and imminent decisions for the actor strike, Bob Iger was on an interview on CNBC. He said, it's very disturbing to me. We've talked about disruptive forces on this business and all the challenges we're facing, the recovery from COVID, which is ongoing. It's not completely back. This is the worst time in the world to add to that disruption. I understand any labor organization's desire to work on behalf of its members to get the most compensation and be compensated fairly based off of the value that they deliver. We managed as an industry to negotiate a very good deal with the Directors Guild that reflects the value that the directors contribute to this great business. We wanted to do the same with the writers, and we'd like to do the same with the actors. There's a level of expectation that they have that's just not realistic. And they are adding to that set of challenges that this business is already facing that is, quite frankly, very disruptive. Sir, why are you blaming the poor people for disrupting things? First of all, a strike is an act of protest, and any act of protest is meant to be disruptive. And you have to ask yourself, why are they being disruptive? What is it that was happening that they had to disrupt? You brought up COVID. You brought up the fact that things have changed. I also noticed how you conveniently left out of your conversation and out of your little blame game, your victim blaming, you left out the fact that the streaming industry, the whole industry has changed. So according to your logic, according to your very out of touch reasoning, the actors and the writers should be more sympathetic. They should be more understanding of the fact that things have gotten harder. Things have gotten so hard for the industry that how dare these writers and actors, these people that are barely making ends meet, how dare they actually stop the work? How dare they actually make demands that are unrealistic? Sir, what is unrealistic? Not letting y'all abuse the AI likeness in perpetuity and then they only get paid for 1 day's work? Like that is that unrealistic? Not able to collect residuals or not able to see streaming numbers of, like, help me understand what the hell is unrealistic with what the actors and writers are asking for. Just point to something, anything. And then you're going to sit here and say that you understand people trying to get the work that they do and the value and all. Do you? Do you understand? Because it sounds like you just contradicted yourself and it sounds like you don't understand or you don't care or you think that the people that make far less money than you should have some level of sympathy for you and your counterparts or the studios that make billions of dollars. You think the working man is finna sit here and have some sympathy for the billionaires? You really think that? Let's go on. Iger said while he respects the right of the unions to get as much as they possibly can in compensation for their people, they must be realistic about the business environment and what this business can deliver. He continues, it will have a very, very damaging effect on the whole business. And unfortunately, there's huge collateral damage in the industry to people who are supportive services. And I could go on and on. It will affect the economy of different regions, even because of the sheer size of the business. It's a shame. It's really a shame. Sir. No, you did not sit here and try to blame the workers in a union who are fighting for better compensation. No, you did not try and flip this and blame them for having the other workers not be able to work. I mean, if you paid the writers and actors, there wouldn't be a situation. This wouldn't be an issue, right? But now you really trying to make the workers blame the other workers for not being able to work because they haven't been paid the fair value of their work, because the whole work environment has changed since the past 35 years. Make it make sense. Because your math ain't mathing right now, Mr. Iger. It's not mathing. This is ridiculous. Sir, you should have never done this interview. You should have stayed quiet. We heard last time, what was it? Zaslav. He was talking during some press meeting or whatever it was. My man put his whole foot in his mouth. Y'all need to just be quiet. Let y'all little anonymous studio execs do all y'all little talking and stuff. At least you can have plausible deniability. At least. But all these top execs, y'all talking way too much. Because now your true colors coming out. And y'all saying things that y'all probably never needed to let nobody hear. Because nothing this man has said right now, in my opinion, has helped their case at all. And while we on the subject of this guy talking about fair value and blaming workers, sir, you just earned $25 million annually, and you talking about actors and writers are not being realistic with their demands. But didn't you just extend your contract to 2026 with an annual bonus reaching 5 times its previous size? Sir, is this you? Hold on, let's make that a little bigger. Sir, is this you? Is this? Hold on, maybe you didn't see it. Sir, is that you? 25 million, potentially get 5 times more? Is that you making the amount of money that damn near probably could pay all the writers in the first place? Is that you? I mean, that's a nice looking suit, nice little shirt and everything, that's you, right? Okay. What was this? Oh, this was just in Doom. What? Wait a minute. Disney boss Bob Iger, $33 million mansion gets a massive renovation. Oh, is this the reality show y'all finna do? You already fixed your house? You flipped your house already? About $7 million in changes have been made according to calculations by the Post. Wow. Sir, is this you? Hold on, let's make it a little bigger. Sir, this you? And I also read that you redoing your yacht too. Y'all finna do Disney Plus cribs? Is this what's happening? Is it? I'm just saying that if this is part of the new show, I'm okay. That sounds interesting. Sound real good when you get your money though. It sounds real good to point the blame at other people when you get your money. You got so much money, you could literally pay everybody. So let me ask y'all this, because I want to try to be fair. I'll try. So let's play a little. I don't like devil, but let's play advocate. Let's try and play the other side. One thing that is interesting to me is the fact that, it is true that the industry has changed. It is true that, we went from network television to streaming. Now, what is streaming doing? Streaming has cut out the middleman. And who is the middleman? Advertisers, right? And you also start to see with the increase of streaming, we're no longer having a lot of physical media, right? So what does that mean? When you cut out advertisers and when you cut out physical media, you're cutting out a lot of money that goes directly, that would feed into residuals, right? So when a show, let's say Friends or whatever, whenever one of these type of properties gets syndicated, whenever they get to, live on forever and they get reruns and reruns, one of the things, and again, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong on this, but one of the benefits of that is advertisers are going to pay the networks where these shows air, right? So if you are Nickelodeon or NBC or whatever, and you got reruns of Seinfeld, and let's just say you are AT&T, you are Taco Bell, whatever, you like, yo, I know people want to go watch Seinfeld, Friends, Living Single, whatever. I'm gonna pay y'all X amount of dollars to run my commercial because I know y'all got the eyeballs. That is where you get this extra money coming in. So not only do you get this money from the advertisers, but you get to divvy that money up to the writers, producers, you get that, we get to share in these profits. So it was great if you were a writer for Seinfeld, because the second it got distributed and picked up on another network that had advertising, you was getting buku royalties and money coming in. Then when you had a movie, movie was doing great. It's been a cult classic. Man, people are buying DVDs. I'm paying you $10 for this DVD. Guess what? That $10, some of that's going back to the studio. Some of that's going back to the directors. Some going to the actors. Some going to the writers. You got money coming in. You can divvy it up. But streaming, I've told y'all this before, ain't no money in streaming except for subscriber money. So because the subscribers are the only primary source of income for, and keep in mind, this is in-house, right? Because it's only for the studios. The theaters, they're not making no money off of, unless there's a specific deal. But if Warner Brothers makes an original show, if Disney Plus makes an original movie and they put it on their streaming thing, they're the only ones that get that money back. but they're only making money off of the subscribers. Now, sometimes they will make some money when we get the ad-supported base. But as many of y'all know, ad support, which are basically commercials, it's not as prevalent as people that just pay that monthly fee. So I can understand from the studio's perspective to say, hey, y'all, we not making no money the way that we used to. So when y'all ask for residuals, when y'all ask for extra money, y'all are really just cutting in to the money from the subscribers. But yo, we need that money from the subscribers just to make these movies, just to make these shows. I could see that if that was the only case. So there isn't the same kind of money that used to roll in when we had DVDs and home media, or when you had network television, when you had a whole lot of marketing and other advertisers putting in buku bucks. That's not the same with streaming, but whenever you talk, I told y'all about budgeting money, right? Like I do that personally all the time. Whenever somebody sits here and says, I ain't got no money, I'm broke. Now, 9 times out of 10, things happen, right? But it also can be, most of the time anyway, with money, I think with the average person, it's about how you're dealing with your money. That could be the main reason why you broke. That's one of the main reasons why, even if you don't make a lot of money, you might not be able to afford things. That's one thing. But even people that make more money, what happens? You have that habit where because you make more, now you want to spend more. You know that old adage about live within your means? In my opinion, that's a terrible adage. You should not live within your means, because what that means is you're living check to check, or you're living income to income, whatever it is. What you really should be doing is living below your means. If you live below your means, that means that whatever amount that you make, you should still have a cushion of more money coming in, because I don't know, maybe you made certain sacrifices, or maybe you don't spend so much money on things that you don't need. So when the studios try and cry foul that they don't have the money to pay the writers, let me ask y'all something. What y'all doing and how y'all spending y'all money? Because right now, Disney, for example, is shelling out $212 million on Secret Invasion? What? Disney has revealed that its superhero drama spy Secret Invasion is expected to be over budget, as its cost has ballooned to $211 million. What the hell? Now, this does work for the studios to some degree. Secret Invasion was filmed in the historic Pinewood Studios just outside of London, and was also shot on location across the United Kingdom. Budgets of streaming shows are usually confidential, as studios combine the cost of them in their overall expenses and don't itemize how much they spend on each one. Shows in the UK are an exception. They benefit from the government's television tax relief scheme, which allows studios to claim a cash reimbursement of up to 25% of the money they spend in the country. By the way, this show, which is only 6 episodes, cost 20% more than the budget of Captain America that came out in 2011. The Disney Plus streaming platform, by the way, has not been profitable since it launched in 2019 and made an operating loss of $659 million in the first quarter of 2023. So what does this mean to me? This says y'all don't know how to manage y'all books. Y'all are spending too much money. Y'all spending too much. So when you guys sit here and tell me that We don't have the money to pay the actors and writers, and we don't have the ability to do all this stuff. Why are y'all spending so much? Why the hell are y'all spending so much money? Bob Iger came back and said this too. You pull back not just the focus, but also part of our cost contaminant, containment initiative, spending less on what we make and making less. So you realize this is the real reason. Now, remember, we thought we were so cute. We thought that they were going to stop making as many Disney Plus shows. We thought that they were going to stop making as many movies and Marvel and Lucasfilm because they were going to focus on quality. Wrong. No. They were pulling back because it costs too much money and they not making enough.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Why? Because like I just said, you don't have advertisers paying you that much for your in-house thing, and you don't have the subscriber money ain't enough. It's not enough. If you spending $200-something million on a 6-episode TV show, I mean, Secret Invasion is good, but $200 million? You know that you can make two big budget movies for $100 million and probably make infinitely more money. You can make more money with $200 million movies, but you rather put $200 million in this Nick Fury show, which I'm not complaining. It's cool. I like it. But streaming ain't the answer. And didn't we wait, what did I say about spending money? What did I say about spending money? What? Y'all just signed this man for $25 million, and he's probably gonna get 5 times more than that. Who's doing y'all books? And y'all crying foul. Oh, we can't afford it. Stop spending so much. Why are you paying all these executives? Because he's not the only one. Bob Iger is actually, he's not even one of the highest paid. Like, he's probably on the lower spectrum of like CEOs. Zaslav and them, oh, they making 100K money. They making all them digits. Not 100K. Sorry, 100 millions. They in there. Okay, they are in there. But then y'all want to cry foul. Y'all want to cry that y'all don't have the money. Y'all want to say that it's unrealistic. But meanwhile, y'all sitting on there cooking the books. Y'all cooking the books. Because y'all don't have to report certain things on when it comes to streaming. Because y'all get to combine it and make that funny money. Y'all can sit here and say like, oh man, look at all these Usher bucks that it costs to make Secret Invasion. Look at all this funny money when it comes to making these HBO specials. We can't afford to pay the actors. We can't pay the writers who make a fraction of what all these big old CEOs make. So y'all paying y'all CEOs crazy bonuses. Y'all sitting here paying stupid amounts, not just for the TV shows, but for the movies too. How much did y'all spend on The Flash? Y'all spent $350 million for a movie that couldn't even make y'all $200 million? Y'all made all that money for nothing? Y'all spent all that money on Black Adam and that thing was only #1 on iTunes? That's all y'all could do? Y'all made all that money with Ant-Man 3 and it could barely break $400 million? Indiana Jones came out of retirement. My man came out here with his, pediatric shoes on, orthopedic shoes, and his cracked up whip, and they barely could make any money? Why y'all bother Harrison Ford like that? He 81 years old. Why y'all bother him? Y'all could have left him on his ranch to chill out and watch his Fox News or whatever the hell he be watching, and y'all did all that just so he could flop. Y'all making senior citizens flop because y'all spending all this money for nothing.
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
But y'all can't pay the writers. Y'all can't pay the actors. They're being unrealistic because y'all want to spend over budget for something that's not profitable while y'all sit back and take y'all bonuses, fix up your house, fix up your yacht, and kick back for Disney Plus cribs. Make it make sense. Because y'all math ain't mathing unless it's for your cookbook. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. This was just a segment of one of my live chats, and if you're interested in joining in on the next one, be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications for more. I've got more videos and reviews to do for you all, and until next time, I'll see you all later. Thank you so much for watching. This was just a segment of one of my live chats, and if you're interested in joining in on the next one, be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications for more. I've got more videos and reviews to do for you all, and until next time, I'll see you all later.